Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Burrow will throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
The 20, 5, touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 49 yards. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. There he goes left side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, 51 yards. And the Bengals are once again back in front. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down. Now, I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Able to slither by. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A lot still to go here in Super Bowl 61. We have reached the end of 1 quarter of play. We'll be back in just a moment. 10-7 our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. And we are back, Super Bowl 61. Thanks for joining us, everybody, nationwide and around the globe as both teams get set to begin the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Let's go now. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. Here's Milton. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. An inside give, Brown. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
11 MT.
Burrow going to keep it, running right. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Cincinnati.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Down inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Juju Smith-Schuster, 30 yards. And the Bengals have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41.
That's a gain of 3. It's third.
To throw, it's Milton. He's got it to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now Milton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
Throwing is Milton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Here's Milton now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Milton. And it's caught. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Milton. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So halftime now here on Sunday night prime time. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 67 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Get it. 6, Cuddy.
On a jet sweep, here comes Williams. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Now the try here for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. Brown. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. About a half-yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jamison Williams, who's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now that'll do it for the 3rd quarter of Super Bowl 61, the culmination of the season and the crowning of a champion after the 4th quarter, which is coming up next. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcoming you back to Super Bowl 61, 3 quarters in the books and ready to go for the 4th. Welcoming you back to Super Bowl 61, 3 quarters in the books and ready to go for the 4th. Now 2nd and 5. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. first down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Milton. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It was Miles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground. Counterplay. Here's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. 180.
Burrow looking to pass. Throw left side complete to Chase. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to widen some clock. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, 64 yards. And the Lions use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his throw is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
Throwing, Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So we pause for an injured player, and now what you want to see, Juju Smith-Schuster. He's in some pain out there. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here we go, 1st and goal. Now Burrow. That's caught at the 3. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Burrow. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
Tap to 60. Tap to 60. Go.
And they take a knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Burrow. He's going to let it fly. This ball intercepted. And the Lions are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
So a moment to savor here. Commissioner Goodell set to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Detroit Lions, champions of Super Bowl 61. So that wraps things up for another incredible season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for my partner Charles Davis, for Mike and Greg, Kate and Brock, and our entire crew of hundreds, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Good night from Southern California.